Okay, Rabotai, I wanted to share with you a very important Piyut. It's really a tochacha. Tochacha means a rebuke that is sung by many communities on the day of Yom Kippur before Mincha, when the sun is going to start to set and the Eila's kicking in. And it's the optimal time of the year where a person reflects what he is doing in the world and what his purpose is in the world. And this tochecha was written most probably by the Ezra. Why do I say most probably? There's a very important perush on the Pirkei Avot called the Medrash Shmuel. So the Medrash Shmuel in Perek Mishnah Chaf Aleph writes the following. And what does the Mishnah say? Hu haya omer ben chamesh lemikra. When you're 5, you start going to learn. Ben eser lemishnah. When you're 10, you start learning. Mikra is learning text. Chumash. Neviim ketuvim. Ben eser lemishnah. You start learning the mishnayot. Ben shlosh eser lemitzvot. When you're 13, you get the mitzvot. When you get 15, to Talmud, to learning Gemara. 18, chuppah. 20, to go run after stuff. What does that mean? 30, to koach, you have strength. When you're 40, bina, you have wisdom. When you're 50, you have eitzah, you know how to give advice. When you're 60, you're old. When you're 70, you're already reaching the, being sage. Sage, we'll call it. In French, we call it la sagesse. Ben shmonim legvura. When you're 80, you have strength. Ben tishim lasuach. 60, you already start, moseying on around, playing bingo. And ben mea ki'ilu med ve'avaru batel min ha'olam. And when you're 100, it's already nobody's looking at you. So the Medrash Shmuel says it's like this. Od katav ha'chacham Rav Avram ben Ezra bepiyut asher asa beseder madrigot shonot ba'adam ve'yamav lo le'inyan limud ki im kevi tchunot hashanim. He says this Mishnah is not only talking about what a person should be doing, rather the nature and the teva of a person. And this piyut is phenomenal because it's going to tell us what the human nature of a person in different stages of his life, but it's just a circle and it comes right back to square one. And that's why a person always has to remember. As a matter of fact, the Moroccan custom is to sing this tochecha by levayot. It's a very, very sad song. It's a very inspiring song. And we're going to also sing it together. And we're going to understand it. We're going to start explaining this piyut. Some historians say it's Rav Yehuda Halevi who wrote it, and not Rav Avram ben Ezra. Two great Meshorim. The Even Ezra is a great Rishon, and he had a hard life. So it sounds like it's him, but it could very well be Rav Yehuda Halevi as well. Doesn't matter. Let us start. It's either one of them. Let's start with the following. Let's translate the first 2 paragraphs. Ben Adama, man of the earth, Yiskor bemolatto, remember your place from where you're born. Ki le'et ketz, because there's going to come a time. Yashuv liyolatto, you're going to go back to the place that you were born from the earth. And that's based on a Kavyam ben Halal Omer. Yistakel b'shlosha dvarim. Remember where you came from. Kum v'hatzlach. Go and be successful. Amru leben chamesh. We say to somebody who's 5. Ma'alotav olim alot shemesh. He is just rising to the sun. Ben shede'em yishkav ve'al yimash. He's by his mother's bosom. Tzavare av yikach lemerkavto. He's on the shoulders of his father. Like the father picks a person up on his shoulder and picks his son up on his shoulder and he's dancing with him. The kid has no worries. He has no responsibilities. So he's not explaining it what he should be doing. Rather, this is the nature of a person. Okay, let's do one more stanza. before we sing it. Mate itzun musar leben eser. What are you going to be able to say already musar to somebody who's 10 years old? Correct? Od me'at kat v'yigdal v'yivaser. Soon he's going to hit the teenage years. Oh boy, right? He's like from 10. He's soon getting to the teenage. From 10 and up to 20, we're getting scared over here. He's going to start. He's growing in these years. I think it means up to 10 years, right? Dibru lo chen v'yidbaser. Speak to him nicely, and he's going to absorb it. Sha'ashua v'yoladav mishpachto. He's just a cute kid. He's just lovingly and play and those kids up until 10 years old, they're so cute, and then they become terrorists. So he's saying that's what he is from 5 to 10. Preparing us for the teenage years where he's going to be a real terrorist. It's unbelievable how you're going to see in this Piyut nothing has changed from the 1200s when he wrote this till now. Nothing has changed, and it's definitely a musar for us that it's just stages that we have in our life. It's just stages that go on. So let's start singing it. I'm going to sing the first stanza, then we'll go over it again. We'll sing it together. Ben Adama, Ben Adama, Ben Adama, Yiskor bemoladto, ki le'et ketz, ki le'et ketz, ki le'et ketz, yashuv leyoladto, kum vehatzlach, kum vehatzlach, kum vehatzlach, imru leben chamesh, ma'alotav, 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 alot shemesh, ben shedeem, ben shedeem, ben shedeem, yishka ve'al yamesh, tzavareav, 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 yikach lemerkavto. And then we say, ki le'et ketz, ki le'et ketz, ki le'et ketz, yashuv leyolato. So let's do that together now, and we'll do the next one also. You want to start? Let's go. Ben Adama, Ben Adama, Ben Adama, Iskor bemolato, ki le'et ketz, ki le'et ketz, ki le'et ketz, yashuv leyolato, kum vehatzlach, kum vehatzlach, kum vehatzlach, imru leben chamesh, ma'alotav, 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 olim alot shemesh, ben shedeem, ben shedeem, ben shedeem, yishka ve'al yamesh, tzavareav, 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 yichkach lemerkavto, ki le'et ketz, le'et ketz, ki le'et ketz, yashuv leyolato, mata itzun, mata itzun, mata itzun, musar leben eser, od me'at kat, עוד מעט קט, עוד מעט קט, יגדל ויבשר, דברו לו, דברו לו, דברו לו, חן חן ויתבשר, שעשועיו, 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 יולדיו ומשפחתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולדתו. So this is the beginning stages. Let's continue on the person's life. What happens what happens up to 20 years old? Ma ne'imim yamin leben esrin. How are beautiful the years, the teenage years up to 20 years old. Kal ka'ofer, he's light, doleg like a bird, doleg ale'arim, he's like jumping from mountain to mountain. He thinks he could conquer the world, no responsibilities. Baz le musar. He makes fun of anybody trying to give him any type of rebuke or direction. Lo'eg le kol morim. He's making fun of the direction that his teachers give him. Ya'alat chen chavlo u'melukudato. His grace and his charm is what traps people. Could be there's other explanations. That's the way I understand it. So here you have somebody who's, in the teenage years. He thinks he could do anything he wants. No responsibilities. No consideration for the future or for his teachers trying to teach him everything that's proper. Remember, this is written in the 1200s. Okay. So what happens next? Ben sheloshim. What's somebody from 20 to 30? Nafal biyadeshet. He falls in the trap of the woman. Kam vehibit. He's in it. He gets up. He looks. He no betoch reshet. He's in the net. He's trapped in the net. I didn't write this. Iltzu seviv b'nei keshet. And everyone around him, they're telling him, why don't you just come with us? But that's it. Mishalot lev banav velev ishto. He's committed full time to the heart of his children and the heart of his wife. That's it. That's what he's busy with. That's the 20s. So we did the teenage years and the 20s. Should we sing now or should we first go through the whole thing and then sing the whole thing? What should we do? Go everything? Okay. Na venichna. Then he starts seeing, you know what? I'm not such a hot shot. After being, running around and my wife telling me every single day for 10 years what to do, and I have to listen to her, I see I'm not such a hot shot. I'm humbled. Na venichna. Masig le arba'im. That's how you're getting to your 40s. Sas bechelko. He's more or less content with his lot. Imra ve'im na'im. He made peace that, this is who I am and this is what I've got to accomplish. Ratz lidarko. He's going to start going on his way, building his career. V'ya'azov re'im. No more time for friends. Al amalo ya'amod b'mishmarto. Work is his main occupation. He's building his career. He is fully committed. That's up to the 40s. Next, Ben Chamishim, when he's going to be going to his 50s. Then already he sees, okay, I accomplished what I accomplished. Yiskor Yemei Hevel. He remembers my whole life. Midlife crisis over here. What did I do? I've been just running around for career and money my whole time. Ya'avel, and he mourns, Ki karvu Yemei Evel, that soon he's not eternal. He's gonna die one day. Baz be'enav et kol yekar tevel. Anything that's really material, he already sees how many yachts can I buy, how many parties can I have, how many movies can I watch. It's all gonna pass. Nothing I'm gonna take with me. It's not really a permanent investment. Ki yivchad pen kirva ito. And he's afraid, I might get a heart attack and drop dead one day, and what am I taking with me? Sha'aluma, ma'yele ben shishim. So what's going to be with the one who's 60, going to 60? He sees already, and be'etzav badim mushrashim. The branches that he did don't necessarily have roots to them. Ki seridav dalim v'nechlashim. Everything he invested in, it's not real. It could break very easily. It's not going to come to him in the time of his war, in the time of need. He invested in friends. He invested in relationships. He invested in money, in houses. Even if it's good right now, it's not going to stay with him. It's not really what is going to carry him through. So he's starting to see more and more that in his investments is really not what he thought it out to be. That's even more depressing. If he got to 70, because remember in those days not everybody lived so easily till 70. Nowadays, Baruch Hashem, a little longer lifespan, but in those days definitely not. Already, ein dvarav nishmayim nir im v'nishmayim. he's already, nobody really takes him seriously anymore. Older, yeah, he's the old fogey. We're not really gonna, we're not gonna listen to you so much. He's already starting to be like a burden. He's already like leaning on himself and on his stick. He's seeing that he's not as much value as he was. Ben Shimonim, he's already getting to 80. Toreach alebanav, he's already a burden for his children. En levavo imo velo enav, his heart is not into it the same. His eyes are not the same. Boz la'ag libno v'lishchanav, he's starting to be like the butt of all jokes to his children and to his neighbors. Rosh bekoso v'gam la'napito, he already doesn't have money. He's taking Social Security. And his bread, he doesn't have so much to eat already. He used up all his savings. And he's limiting whatever budget he has. That's it, The achareze, already getting to, 90, kemet ye nichshav. That already, nobody even looks at him. He's like he's dead. Ashre ish nichshav keger toshav. And therefore, says the Ibn Ezra, the punchline, fortunate is the man that considers himself his whole life. Not when he's 20 years old, he should think that he's invincible and he has the whole world ahead of him. Think already what's going to happen when you're going to be in a few decades from now. Start thinking ahead of time. En belibo rayon velo machshav. Fortunate is a person that thinks that he doesn't have preconceived notions and ideas how life should look. Rag be'acharit nafsho umaskurato. He should always think about the end of days and the reward to come and already start working on it now. So isn't that an unbelievable musar? Yeah, let's sing it. Let's sing the rest of it. It's just so emotional. Maneimim, maneimim. Everyone together. Maneimim, yamim leben esrim. Kalka ofer, kalka ofer, kalka ofer. Doleg ale arim. Baz le musar, baz le musar, baz le musar. Loeg lekol morim. יעלת חן, יעלת חן, יעלת חן, חבלו ומלכודתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולתו, בן שלושים, בן שלושים, בן שלושים, נפל ביד אשת, קם והביט, קם והביט, קם והביט, הינו בתך לשת, ילצאוהו, 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 סביב בני קשת, משאלות לב, משאלות לב, משאלות לב, בניו ולב אשתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולתו. נא ונכנע, נא ונכנע, נא ונכנע, משיג ל40, שש בחלקו, שש בחלקו, שש בחלקו, עם רע ועם נעים, רץ לדרכו, רץ לדרכו, רץ לדרכו, ויעזוב רעים, על המעלו, על המעלו, על המעלו, יעמוד במשמרתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולתו, בן 50, בן 50, בן 50, יזכור ימי אבל, יאבל כי, יאבל כי, יאבל כי, קרבו ימי אבל, בז בעיניו, בז בעיניו, בז בעיניו, את כל יקר תבל, כי יפחד פן, כי יפחד פן, כי יפחד פן, קרבה איתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולתו, שאלו מה, שאלו מה, שאלו מה, היה לבן 60, הן בעצב, הן בעצב, הן בעצב, בדים ושורשים, כי שרידיו, כי שרידיו, כי שרידיו, דלים ונחשלים, לא יקומון, לא יקומון איתו במלחמתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולדתו, עם שנותיו, עם שנותיו, עם שנותיו, אלה נגעו אלה 70, אין דבריו, אין דבריו, אין דבריו, נראים ונשמעים, רק למסע, רק למסע, רק למסע, יהיה על רעים, מהמסעל, 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 נפשו נשענתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליונתו, בן שמונים, בן שמונים, בן שמונים, טורח על בניו, אין לבבו, אין לבבו, אין לבבו, אמו ולא עיניו, בוז ולעג, בוז ולעג, בוז ולעג, לבנו ולשכניו, ראש בכוסו, ראש בכוסו, ראש בכוסו, גם לענה פתאום, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולדתו, אחרי זה, אחרי זה, אחרי זה, כמת יהיה נחשב, אשר איש, אשר איש, אשר איש, יהיה נחשב כגר תושב, אין בליבו, אין בליבו, אין בליבו, רעיון ולא מחשב, רק באחרית, רק באחרית, רק באחרית, נפשו ומזכורתו, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, כי לעת קץ, ישוב ליולדתו. חזק וברוך רבותיי. Should be inspired. Take this with you and make sure to sing it on the Yom Kippur. חזק וברוך.